Tekashi 6ix9ine. We've talked about this, that he has had a target on his head for the last year because everybody knows that he plans on snitching. He was facing minimum 47 years, cut a deal. He's going to get a sweet deal in return for rolling over on all these guys.
For cooperating with all of the guys that you saw him in all those videos with, you saw him all over New York with, he is now talking about them to the government.
Now, the target just got way bigger. And the target got bigger because now the government has told the judge, here's exactly what Tekashi is going to say. And my God, I mean, he's giving up text messages, giving up code names, all sorts of stuff. So the question, and especially in the wake of Jeffrey Epstein, where guards didn't do their job, how are they going to keep Tekashi safe? Because remember, here are the stakes. If somebody kills Tekashi in jail,
they don't get their testimony.
They don't get their testimony. If they don't get their testimony, he's the key to the case and the guys walk. So there's a huge incentive for somebody to do something bad to Tekashi. So how are they going to protect him?
Well, they've been keeping him in a facility actually leading up to this, that he's surrounded with other snitches. So they say he's at no real risk there because everyone's sort of at risk, but they're not a risk to each other. So this is a facility, it's kind of like a dorm room situation where it's not necessarily high prison security or anything like that, but he does remain safe there.
But here's the thing though, after you get done from there, you do have to go to regular prison. So therefore you're gonna have situations later on, or even if you do get out of prison, you're still going to have snitch problems and be in a rap forever.
Yeah, but
they're going to put him in witness protection.
Probably go to WITSEC, but for the government, they're less concerned. That's funny. The picture we just put up with Tekashi, Shotty's in that picture. That's one of these guys.
He's the guy. He's one of the guys.
Yeah. So
he's like one of the 30 though.
Right. I'm saying, so like for the government, they don't care about that, Raquel, because all they really want is to make their case.
No, but you guys don't understand. Even if you're in witness protection, Tekashi plans on being a rapper again, and he wants to get back to that.
He can't do that. But look, we're missing the huge point, which Brad said, which is there's basically a prison facility for snitches.
Well, then of course,
they're all sitting around. Who'd you give up?
They don't kill each other.
Yeah, could you imagine being in there and just the blame, and you can't trust anybody because someone might tell on you. You could say, hey, I took an extra cookie at lunch, and you're in a lot of trouble.
It's the Big Brother house.
I would die. I would die in that house.
But the thing is, and I'm not sure I totally buy this, that snitches can't be violent, because a lot of snitches are violent.
Wait, of course they can.
We're right. So
Sammy the Bull
they're in there for jail for violence.
Yeah, of course.
So the idea that there are a bunch of snitches, so they're sitting around playing bridge. I mean, I'm not sure that there's this foolproof thing just being around snitches.
And there is a little bit of a hurdle because obviously his hearing will not be in this facility, so he needs to get to the courthouse. So the marshals are going to take extra protection. I know that there's tunnels they can transport him through, but he will be guarded to and from the court as well.
Now you got to remember too that this is the federal detention facility, and Jeffrey Epstein was at a federal detention facility where the guards were both asleep, and weirdly he was able to hang himself in his cell.
He was supposed to be being monitored.
And should have, frankly, been on suicide watch since he tried to kill himself just a couple of weeks earlier.
Tekashi is 23 years old.
He's got many years to worry about.
Many years to be looking over his shoulder. He's got himself into a world of trouble.
It's going to be a lifetime situation for him.
So can I ask, I know this is kind of a stupid surface question, but how do you, like, okay, you know, I work in an insurance, my name is John Jones, but I got this neck tattoo that looks just like Tekashi. I mean, how do they deal with this?
I don't know. He's such a recognizable guy.
Or he can also get the tattoos off. There's different ways he can go about this.
Can you get that 6ix9ine off?
No, you can get it removed. You definitely can. But see, here's the situation though, right? He still will have to transfer his face no matter what for a long time. It's not going to happen.
Frankie from Dobbs Ferry. Whatever happened to parents teaching their kids snitches? No one likes tattletales. And of course, growing up, he's snitching now, and snitches get stitches. So,
well, but the thing is, the government wants, clearly the government wants this. And he's sitting there, I mean, this is the way all these cases work, where the government's looking
What's crazy? What's crazy is, you say that, and you're right. When you look at the majority of these big-time criminals that everyone looks up to and stuff like this, a lot of these dudes end up telling in the end. And the reality is that the guys that you don't hear about telling that stand up and do their time, you never hear about them, they never become famous. But a lot of these guys end up telling in the end.